Hey everyone, I hope you're having a beautiful Friday. This Canadian girl has always wondered what the big hype is about Thanksgiving. I mean, every American goes all in with this holiday, and it was never a thing for me growing up in Toronto. And I always think about it every year, like, where does it come from? What's the big fuss? Aren't we the people of Thanksgiving? Don't we do this like every Friday night or every day? Aren't we supposed to be grateful? Well, actually, when I just opened the Torah portion for this week, Parshat Tzav, it speaks about the original Thanksgiving offering, the Thanksgiving meal that we brought to God when we survived something big, when we went through a journey in the desert, or we were taken out of imprisonment. It could have been a dangerous imprisonment, or we survived an illness, or we came back from a voyage by sea. And this was written, these four categories were written by our sages many, many years ago. So it might not be that going to the desert nowadays, I take groups to Israel and we do about 5 steps on a camel ride, like in a little pony circle around. I don't know if that's what it meant, but it meant something of danger. And we could think about in our own lives, the dangers that we've been through when we go through something that was serious or life-threatening. We need to give thanks at the end of it. When we come out unscathed, healthy, we're able to get up and walk again. And we experience that miracle that we have overcome something that was very serious and life-threatening. We need to take pause and recognize the miracle and talk about it and give an offering of thanks, whatever that means. So last night, myself and a couple of my friends from L'Chaim Center, we were invited to a meal of thanks. It's called a Su'udat Hoda'ah, a Thanksgiving meal. And really, I don't do Thanksgiving in general over here. This Canadian has never really attended a Thanksgiving meal with the turkey and the whole thing. But this was a beautiful Jewish idea and custom that when you go through something very serious, you pause, you talk about the miracles that you went through, and you give thanks. The whole meal was about giving thanks. So my friend, Rivki Galerinter, some of you might know her, she's part of my leadership team. She just recovered from a serious back situation and needed some surgery, and she is on the other side. It has been months, it has been hard. She has been at a very, very low place, and she called this gathering together, and we all sat around her table, and she shared the miracle that happened to her. Now, it's one thing to know that something amazing has happened to you, but it's another level when you could talk about it and publicize it and share about the good that has come from it, even if we're still not 100% sure of the whole outcome or why or how, or sometimes it takes behind vision. It takes looking back at the situation to fully understand why we had to go through what we went through, and that evolves over time. But last night was very special, and for all the women sitting around this table, for many of us, it was the first time that we were at such a meal, and we learned about it, this idea of giving thanks. And what popped into my mind was this song that I grew up with. It's a Hebrew verse in the book of Psalms, I think. The words are very simple, 2 lines. Tov lahodot lahashem, it's good to give thanks to God. Ulazamer l'shimcha elyon, and to sing and praise his name, his high name. That's the first line. And then the second line is ulahagid baboker chasdecha, that in the morning, when the birds are chirping and the sun is shining, it's good to talk about God's greatness. Lahagid baboker chasdecha, his kindness. Talk about his kindness and his grace and all the chesed he does for us. Ulahagid baboker chasdecha ve'emunatcha balelot. And in the nighttime, when things are dark and we can't see and things are uncertain and we're unsure of things, that's when we need to lean on our faith. It's just a very beautiful, beautiful line, beautiful Jewish idea. It's been sung to many different tunes. I encourage you to go Google this song, Tov Lahodos. You could find it on Spotify. I Googled it. There were so many different versions of it. But we put on that song, we let it play, we explained what the words are, and we took that into our hearts. And this is a very, very Jewish basic concept that goes all the way back to the beginning. We're in the third book of the Torah, and they're talking about this Thanksgiving offering. It all comes from the Torah. It all comes from Hashem, and it is a beautiful way to live your life. Have a wonderful Shabbat, everybody.